you know, Senator Sige has spoken about a lot of things, including the issue of why Azimio is disapproving the composition of the IEBC Commission. But also with regard to this issue in terms of the constituency boundaries, yesterday we did have the Azimio la Umoja, the National Assembly Minority Leader, in fact, Opiyo Wandayi, speaking to the nation and saying that Kenyans have been kept in the dark with regard to the goings-on at the IEBC concerning the boundaries review. He said, and I quote, "We had demanded that the Chebukati team should not commence the exercise since their term was coming to an end. Our position still remains that such a sensitive exercise should only be undertaken by a fully independent commission which enjoys the confidence of all political formations." But at this point, Azimio says they will not be party to the formation of a new commission if, you know, it's not, you know, open, if there's still some things that are not been resolved. Where does that leave us in terms of, you know, finishing up this process or even beginning this process?
Well, in terms of beginning, you see, just the way Senator has said, you see, they will ride on that. And they will continue saying the process went into Parliament, it passed, and all that. But let me get out of the politics. Right. Now we come on the table and ask ourselves, this is our country, Kenya. If there's anything that is very emotive in our country, is something called boundaries.
Right.
And so that the process does not reach a point, and I will want to tell my senator that, you know, right now we are just talking. When that time comes is when you'll realize the problem is not about Azimio. The problem is about the tribes in Kenya. They won't care whether they were in Azimio, whether they were in Kenya Kwanza. What they will want is what their tribes will be thinking, and that time you will be so shocked how Kenya again can go to another different level if we do not manage now. If we are not able to say in a bipartisan we can achieve this goal in a bipartisan way. But if we refuse that and continue hitting on our political parties, we are going to do a bad disservice to our country, Kenya. And when it comes to that time is when you'll realize. That time you might even find on the Azimio side those who want a Maseno, who believe Maseno used to be in their county and now will be in conflict with each other. They are Azimio. You go to Kenya Kwanza, you'll find yourself with a lot of challenges in your boundaries in terms of Transmara. You come to this side, you come to Kuria with Migori, you can imagine. And they are waiting. And some are in other places in the pastoral areas, they are waiting. So for me, I would plead that let us not start on a wrong foot in terms of even the first process, because where we are going is more difficult than what we are talking about. So can we just try and agree on a bipartisan? And when we talk of bipartisan, it's nothing to do with handshakes or whatever. No. It is now when everyone puts the country forward than your interest, than your belief, and all that. So I want to plead on this one, all of us, politicians, government, this is a process. If indeed we want to go and touch boundaries and remove some, and if we are honest, are we going to be able to remove the constituencies that were protected? Because they don't have the numbers. While me, I'm being choked by numbers, then they don't have numbers. That's why in their bursary they can play around. Yet I have a population that is wondering, that needs to have representation that can be felt. So those are some, and that is why I'm saying nobody will care about parties. We are now going to care about the interests of each constituency.
Right.
Yes.
So this will be quite something we must, you know, be very keen on as well.
Yes.